Hey guys, it is me Simone. Welcome back to my channel, and in this video we're going to be making some embellishments together. So I'm going to be doing I don't want to call it a series. So I'm making a journal. I'm not going to call it a junk journal because it's not really made from junk. It's made from my supplies in my hand, so you can call it a stash book. And so we call it a stash journal. So what I'm going to be doing is making a journal using my supplies. No brand new stuff, just things I have on hand, some newer items, some older items, etc. And so while my journal is getting ready to be made and I'm putting the pages together, I'm going to take you step by step through the journal. Well, it won't be step by step because I've already made the cover. So I already made the cover. But this is just made out of cardboard. It's just cardboard. Literally, that's all. It's corrugated cardboard that I got in packaging. So I was like, ooh, let's make a journal, because I was in journaling mood. And so I have some cool stamps and dies I want to use in this journal, and so I'm going to use my stash. That's really about it. So we're going to go through, I'll show you everything I'm doing, and then we'll make the embellishments bit by bit and decorate the pages bit by bit. I am wanting to do a prompt. So a prompt, I kind of want to do a prompt each page, but we'll see about whether or not I do that or not. I'm going to show you the first embellishment we're going to make for our stash book. So I'm going to be making these cute labels. I was so excited when I saw this stamp set. So this stamp set, I'll pull it out, but I just stamped out some labels. Let's see if I can get a light not to be too bright. Yeah, some of my labels. So it has a mushroom on it. I just want, oh, can you see that? Barely. Light's too bright. Hold on, let me see if I can change. This is all natural lighting, so I want to see if I can move my curtain over a little bit. It would help out with the lighting a little bit and not make it too bright in here, but not too dark. But you can't even see that one. Let's see. We're gonna play around with this curtain real quick because I don't want to be too bright in here that you can't see anything, but not too dark that it looks like it's nighttime. In this room. But that's the labels I made here. And I just kind of did some stamping on them. It's hard for you to see some of them. I think you see this one the best because it's the darkest one I did. The other one's a lot lighter. So I'm just doing some cute labels. They have mushrooms, birds on it, etc. And I'm storing them in here because I don't want to lose them. And then I'm putting them in a binder. I have a few binders from Dollar Tree I can use. So I stamped the stamp out. Let me get it for y'all so I can show you. I'm sorry if you can hear my fan. I am hot. So this is the label stamp I got. This is from AliExpress. If I can find it, I will link it below for y'all. And I just used different kinds of stamps I had in my stash. So I used this bird stamp. I used the birds, the branches, and then the the nest. The egg, guys. I used the egg, guys. And then I used, what was I used? I think it's kind of bigger ones. Oh, yeah. I gotta find it. I use this mushroom stamp here. This is from AliExpress, and I use different mushrooms. I use some of the handwriting here, these little splatter dots that's right there, and then like the figure 1, 2, 3 specimen ones. You can do whatever you want. You can use a background stamp. I mean, you could literally use this on your labels. So I just stamped them out in black and in brown ink, and I just cut them out by hand because they don't come with dye. And so you can kind of see that mine are not stamped perfectly. I don't care. I didn't, because they're kind of almost giving that vintage look. So I really didn't care that they did not stamp perfectly on all the sides. They can if I tried a little harder. They just didn't, and I didn't care to go through and like change it or nothing. So I'm just going to cut out a few of these so you can get a feel from them. Do that real quick. Cut these out so I can show you. And then when you're cutting circle ones, you just want to move the paper. And of course, these don't get cut perfectly because they're cut by hand. But you can use whatever you want. If you had some, I'll cut out like 2 more and then I'll be done. If you had some postal stamps that you could use, I do have some. I'm not gonna get up and get them. You can use those too. I'm sorry if you hear my fan. I apologize again. Yeah, but sorry guys, it's hot. I think it's supposed to be in the upper 90s today. And it's like, I think it's almost noon, so we're getting the heat of the day. It rained yesterday here. It's been raining on and off, which, because we're getting close, or I think we're already in hurricane season over here in South Carolina. Hurricane season, I think, starts in like, it's either early, it's either early or late July. Can't remember exactly. So that's what we're going to do here. So we have those done, ready to go. I'm going to use a piece of paper, which you can use this paper as a good collage piece to help me do any, if I want to do second stamping or whatever. So we have different things here. We have numbers. We have like ledger paper. So we'll use these handwritten numbers right here. So it looks, I'll show you right here. Hold on. Get this off and I'll show you what we're using. So I'm going to use that one here. And you can do whatever ink you want. Okay, I just stamp these out with more permanent ink, but I'm using different colors. I have sea glass here. This is Concord 9. Then I have mushroom here, which is a Concord 9 one. If you hear any bag noise, it's my trash can. I just had to change my trash bag because it was getting full, and I'm not about to start a new project with a full bag. So I'm using a light gray. This is like black, no, my brown. You can do a second stamping, so you can just stamp it out once and then stamp it twice, and then I can give you a more faded look. And you can do that if you want to add like more embellished pieces. So I'll do it again. I'll stamp it off here once, and then I'll stamp it twice. And usually I'm changing like the orientation. I'm stamping 2 at one time. This just gives you a cool look. It's not a complete piece. And you see I stamped it off 3 times. So that's the backing I did. And if you want to, you could put a bigger element on here. If I wanted to get my bird stamp or my leaf stamp. If you have anything else you want to use. I do have these mushrooms. They're much bigger than the other mushrooms. I'm trying to see if any of these will really fit on here and look cool. These are a lot bigger. I don't know, I just was really in the mushroom phase. I got a lot of mushroom stamps and I'm liking them. Okay, yeah, this will be fine. So I use this mushroom stamp, and this is from AliExpress too. Actually, to be honest with you, these are a lot of the newer stamps I just got and hauled, and I've been kind of itching to make a journal with them. They have like, they're very journal-y aesthetics. You see a lot of times people use things like this. Okay, so we're gonna switch up. I think I'm gonna use sea glass. I'll see how sea glass looks with this one, and then I might switch it over and I might use another color. I like that. Y'all can't really see it because it's so tiny, but I just put half of the mushroom on here. And since sea glass is a pretty light color, I just went direct to attract from the ink pad to the paper. But if you had a more like a darker color, which I can talk, you could do something different. Like this color is called Poppy. This is Conquer the Night. It's a pretty dark color. So when I stamp it out, y'all can kind of, you see that mushroom I stamped it out, yeah. So it's a pretty dark color. So I'm going to do a second stamping on this one just because it's really dark. So that's all I did for that one. Let's just zoom you in a little bit. Is that better? So yeah, I see it. The mushroom I stamped on here, and then some of the mushroom I stamped on here. Yeah, zoom y'all in a little bit. And you can keep going with this. And you can do it different ways too. You can even have one that's, if I want to put these two here, and I can just stamp like this on them. Y'all see that? And have the mushroom different ways. You can really just go have fun with this and do what you want. Let me clean this one off real quick. I should have zoomed in earlier so y'all can see it better. I'm sorry. I hope y'all still saw it. I'll go over and review everything. But I'm just in a journaling mood. I don't know, I want to journal. I want to make journals. I love making journals, even if I don't use them. I love making them. I just think it's so much fun, the making process of journals. I'll make an excuse to make a journal. I've made journals and then gave them a purpose and then send them off to family or friends. Like I made a journal for my friend who is a cook, and I made him a journal that said it was a cookbook journal. But you can have more fun with that. Let's see. I want to use this, so I'll keep pushing. This is another mushroom stamp I used in my last one, and I love these mushrooms because they're very detailed, but I actually want to use this element here on it. That's actually what I'm getting it. So it's this splatter element. It's so cool. It looks so cool on here. And I think even though it's supposed to be more solid circles, or I mean splatters, whoever made the stamp, love the circles have holes in them. I guess where air bubbles used to be. I'm pretty sure. We'll use a different color. Do I want to bring in some pink, or do I want to keep this? I'll do. You won't see it. I'll do sea glass, or I can do gray. I don't know. We'll do sea glass and see what happens first. So a lot of these have holes in them, but it looks so cool though. It almost looks like bubbles. And y'all really, can y'all see that? I'll put it back down. Not really. Because sea glass is a very light color. So, I'm not surprised. We'll do mushroom on the other ones. But it's one of my favorite things to do and add is this nice little like splatter. So we're gonna do second. Can y'all see the splatters I added to it? I feel like it got dark too. So I added some splatters. Sorry, you hear noise. Added some splatters to this. I think it looks so cool. So hopefully y'all can see the splatters I'm talking about. I hope it's not too dark, because I feel like it got darker because the sun kind of went away. My room's just like playing with natural lighting over here. But I think it just turned out really cool, and I really love how it looks. So you can just have fun with it and do different kinds of little labels. Now these labels of course would be more for decorations. If you want to write on your labels, you would want to do something more subdued that you can easily write over with no problems. You can use some of these and make sentiments. If I had like sentiment stamps, like I have this one that says specimen on it, I could easily stamp this out somewhere in a more like in a darker ink and use that. Let's see, do I want to use anything else? I actually want to use one of these mushrooms from here. It's more spory looking. So we're going to use a mushroom. I'll show you which one I'm using. And everything. So I'm using this mushroom. How cute it looks. Ugh. I'm gonna use it on some of the ones that don't have mushrooms on them. This one. And I think I'm gonna use, this gray straight, or I'm gonna try to use a different color. I'm tempted to do it in brown, to be honest with you. We'll do it in brown. It's the same brown that I stamped the label out in, so it's gonna have some like blending at the edge, but I think it'd be cool. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, I actually like that. Can y'all see that? It blends in really well. These are pretty small. It blends in really well. I like this mushroom. I like the stamp though. The stamp is really detailed, and I'm glad, because sometimes you get the stamps and they're just like blurry images and the detail is gone. This is really good. I'm glad they're really detailed, and I'm in love. I don't have any mushroom stamps, but now I do. I have two. Okay. So that's really how you just have fun. We see what we want to do. There's some numbers on here I could use if I want to, but I think that kind of just shows you how I make my little cute labels. And I will go put these into that bag, and we'll move on to our next embellishments that I want to make in my next video. So I hope y'all could kind of see the things I was making. And that's it for it. This newspaper looks so cool. It's all lined with mushrooms and stamping. You could easily use this, color it in, and use it to have a good backing for an optional page, or even for your junk journals too, if you so desire. So that's everything, guys. I hope you have a great day, and I love you all so much, and be safe and get crafty. Bye.